Today's postcard is from one of the largest all-seater rugby grounds in the world. We're in Twickenham, Middlesex. I've come to some allotments. That's right, missus, allotments in Twickenham. Why? What's that behind me? It's that famous rugby stadium. And I don't know if he's quite as famous as the rugby stadium, but he's famous to me because his name's Jed Smith. Are you famous?
Not really, no, sorry.
You're hoping to be?
To my parents, that's
Is
about it.
Tell me, why am I standing on these allotments? You ushered me towards the allotments,
Yeah,
Jed.
I did. These allotments are the last remaining allotments of what used to be a market garden. And the market garden was the area that the RFU purchased in 1907 to build their national stadium, which is the reason that the home of English rugby is Twickenham in Middlesex.
And who was the actual guy then who had these allotments? He can't grow much now.
No, it used to be an area of cabbage patches and strawberries, and traditionally the stadium is known as Billy Williams's Cabbage Patch.
Oh.
Now, Billy Williams was the committee man who was given the order by the RFU to go and look for an area of land where they could build a stadium. And he spent about 6 months and he looked all around the London area, and he settled on this ground here as the only really useful patch of land he could find. And he came to Twickenham. He bought 10¼ acres for £5,500, and that is the beginning of English rugby at Twickenham Stadium.
And there we are, and it's a bit like the Windy City out here, folks. But we're being blown into the stadium, which I think is our cue now to go and see what's happened to Billy Williams's allotment, and to see how it's grown into something vast. Come on, Jed.
Fine.
Now look at the cabbage patch today. The best kept lawn for miles, and not a parsnip in sight. Right, we're at Billy Williams's joint. Do you want to take me through here, Jed?
Certainly will.
Nice rows here, everyone. Notice the rows. Nice padded seats here around this bit. Now, they must be padded for a reason, Jed.
Yeah, this is the Royal Box.
Yeah.
This is where the VIPs will watch a match on a match day. And this is actually the Queen's seat that we're sitting right now.
So how do you notice the Queen's seat?
We notice the Queen's seat because this is where she's told to sit.
Oh, is it?
So this is traditionally right in the centre of the West Stand. This is her seat.
I thought you might have found an auburn sceptre underneath
No,
there.
not quite,
and sat on it. No, you'd have gone ouch if you had.
Certainly.
So Billy Williams's would have been mighty proud of this, wouldn't he?
Yeah, very much.
What are the statistics? Because this is so stupendous, this stadium.
Yeah. We've got 75,000 seats. And the three stands that the one we're sitting in now, the north and the east across from us, they cost £70 million to complete. The north was done in 91, this was completed in 95, so over a period of 4 or 5 years they spent £70 million on the stadium.
And where does it stand in the league of stadia in this country?
It's the second biggest stadium in the country. Wembley's got 80,000, which is a few more. But you'll find that at Wembley you have restricted views behind pillars and so forth. Whereas here, every single seat, irrespective of where you are, high, low, you've got a perfect view of the pitch.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Well, I was invited once to the Middlesex Sevens, because we are in Middlesex, and the Middlesex Sevens, probably the greatest seven-a-side, isn't it, in the world?
Yeah, it's one of the most famous, definitely.
And I shall have to come back here one day and have a look at that, maybe very, very soon.
I'd have thought so.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's lovely. Well, you sit in the Queen's seat. I don't know who sits here usually. Probably some old lady in waiting. Do you reckon?
Definitely.
Well, you look like the Queen and I look like an old lady in waiting.
Thanks very much.
Right, all right. No, you don't look like her. I just look like her now. Stiff upper lip.
OK, what we have here is the England changing rooms.
Yeah.
Now, there are 2 changing rooms this size in the complex. This is slightly different to the other. The away changing room doesn't have this over here, which we can look at now.
Let's have a look.
This is the warm-up room.
Oh, so the opponents don't have this?
No, England has an unfair advantage before they even started.
Yeah.
And so obviously I'd prefer it if you didn't show this on your programme.
Have a look then, have a look.
As you'll see in here, we've got a scrum machine and some nets for throwing things at, and punch bags and so forth. So they're really hyped up before they even get on the pitch.
Right.
So that's one aspect of the change rooms. Before the match starts, they'll have the England shirts hanging up upside down for about 3 days to let the creases fall out.
Oh.
And so it's out of bounds for about 3 days before the game.
Why don't they iron them?
Tradition.
Superstition.
And if we head up towards the baths,
Yeah. They're up to the bar. Yeah. I bet they'll do a bit of that after a match, too, if they've won.
6 bars.
Yeah.
When this changing room was completed in 1995 with the rest of this stand, they envisaged putting just showers in.
They're over there, the showers.
There are some showers,
yeah.
But the players decided quite quickly they liked the old baths. So these 6 baths were reinstated. They're over 60 years old.
Are they?
And so countless hundreds of England players have been splashing around in these baths over the years.
You can't get many in 6 baths, though, when you've got, you know, a big team.
Well, I've heard they do 2 at a time.
Don't say anymore. We go out very early before the threshold with this program. You didn't hear that. That was censored, that bit. And what else have we got then? Anything else here after they've been doing their bit?
Obviously,
they just go home?
No, they come back here. I mean, this is the place where, if it's your first ever England game, you'll be given 2 shirts, one which you swap with your opposite number and one which you keep for yourself. And also for your first ever England game, you'll be given a cap, hence the concept of capping. You're given an international cap, and you only get 1 England cap per career, unlike in soccer where you'll get 1 for each game.
Yeah.
So this is the place where the president will come down after the match and give you your England cap. So it's quite a solemn place as well as quite a lively place.
And is it true about rugby songs are rude?
I couldn't possibly comment.
That means they're filthy. Let's get out of here. I'm off to see some old rugby balls now, shaped like that. The newly opened rugby museum, the Twickenham Experience, really gives one a good feel for the history of the game as well as the grounds. Look, that's Billy Williams. And there are the plans for the new stadium. A little model. Here's another model called Reg. Oh, look, there's my friend Reg here. Hello, Reg, all right? The original Rugby Football Union minute books. And the story is that wasps from Sudbury in Middlesex should have been there at the original foundation. But the man representing wasps got waylaid in the pub and he never made the meeting. That's a very good rugby story, you see. So many places play rugby. I didn't realise so many did. I mean, who would have thought that Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan played rugby? And you wouldn't have thought there were enough people in the Cayman Islands to have formed a rugby team. But they're all there. Someone once said that I had rugby players' legs. And here I am trying to prove it, but I've got the wrong shoes on. Oh. You've got to be fit to play women's rugby too. And they are. England 10, USA 10. That was a World Cup match. That's when England became world champions. Ah, look, the Middlesex Sevens. It's rugby's end-of-term party. It's absolutely true. Held here at Twickenham, because, of course, Twickenham was the birthplace of Middlesex. So it's fit and right that the Middlesex Sevens are played at Twickenham in Middlesex. Actually, you know, when they have the county championship final, they always like Cornwall to get to the final of the championship because they bring so many partisan, fanatical fans up from Cornwall. Because Cornwall, of course, has this feeling of great individuality, as much as Wales or Scotland has. Many Cornish people feel that Cornwall is a kingdom, a country in its own right. So when Cornwall gets to the rugby final, they come up here in their droves from Redruth and Camborne and Truro and Launceston, and they cheer like mad. So that's your Cornish cap. Makes a change from a pasty.